The issue with watching porn is one of moral consistency. If you find promiscuous 304 behavior disgusting and degenerate, then you should find porn repulsive. How does watching a bunch of 304s have meaningless sex arousing if one finds 304s unattractive? I'm not sure I totally follow. Whoa, Jesus Christ! I'm not sure I totally follow the logic on that. Like, consuming a product doesn't mean that
women aren't
you.
Products.
What?
Right? Porn.
Wait, what?
Consuming a product.
But you said women are products?
Are not products. So when you consume porn, you're consuming another naked woman's body, as well as another naked man.
Are you objecting to my use of the word product?
Yeah.
Porn is literally porn. The video, if I'm watching a YouTube video, I am consuming a product. If I'm go to the movie theater and I watch a film and I pay for a movie ticket, that is a product.
So you're not saying women in porn are products you're just saying porn itself is a product.
What were the words that came out of my mouth? Did I say women are products? I was talking about
if you're consuming a product.
Yes. Consuming the product, aka porn. Are you saying porn equals woman?
I mean, if you're a straight man consuming porn.
Are you saying porn is not a product? Or
I'm just making sure you're not saying women are products. But if you're
Thank you for derailing the conversation. Now I'm trying to remember what my point was.
You disagreed with the comment.
No, I totally forget my... okay. What I was trying to say is that just because you consume a product does not necessarily mean that you automatically co-sign or want to engage in the product yourself. So no, to answer your question, I was not using product to refer to women. I was saying the product is porn. So just because you consume a product, porn, does not necessarily mean that you aren't allowed to have an opinion, broadly speaking, that porn could have a negative impact on society. Okay, the NFL. I acknowledge that the professional athletes that pay NFL give themselves brain damage. They get CTE. This is bad. I also enjoy watching football. The two can exist.
Okay.
Do you watch football? Do you watch any professional sports?
I do.
Do you acknowledge that the athletes that do that, while they're compensated very well, they are getting permanent brain damage and they're getting injuries and they're hurting themselves.
There's risk in playing, absolutely.
There's risk in playing. There are negatives of this being an organization that is widely consumed, and it's an incentive not just at the professional level but in college. And football is a huge sport here in the United States. Young children are getting concussions. Kids in high school are getting concussions. They're never going to get an NFL deal. They're never going to play in college. They're doing permanent damage to their brains. Can we acknowledge that but also enjoy watching like the sport?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. Even if you consume porn, that doesn't preclude you from recognizing that porn does have some negative consequences to society, in the same way that we recognize that there are some negative consequences to these exceptionally talented people playing in the NFL, playing sports, getting concussions.
Okay, the logic of your argument, agree. I mean, my counter would be that I don't think watching football has that many negative consequences for the viewer. I agree that the participants, the talent, it is a risk.
It is
just
different.
Like with porn.
It is different.
There's a risk for the talent, but I think the viewer, there's more negative consequences for the viewer as well. But the logic of your argument, absolutely, yeah. I can't argue with it.
Your point's valid, though. The viewer is what we're talking about with porn, at least.
True.
In relationships or societally.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. I just don't get the whole derailment with the, like, I was clearly speaking about porn, and you were like, you just wanted to jump at an opportunity to be like, oh, he must be he's like clearly saying something misogynistic.
Me, because I said women aren't products?
Yeah, but you were, that's not what I said.
Oh, that's
So you're
okay.
trying to put words into my mouth to try to paint me in a negative way.
No, we moved on from the subject because you explained.
Yeah, but why? But if you were actually listening to what I say, you would not feel the need to just interrupt and derail by making a clarification that did not need to be made.
It did for me. So
We
thank you
were
for that.
having a conversation about porn, and I said, if you're consuming the product, how did it not logically follow for you that I was talking about porn and not women?
I don't remember what the comment was, but it was something in response to the comment. But you clarified it, so you're good.
Okay. All right. Whatever. I think it was the super chat. I don't know exactly.
Super chat.
Yeah, I think we got it. Let me get this. We have his intentions were to get next to 300. Okay, we did this one. Did we do this one? Can you read this one? Do you want to read this one?
They get TRICARE, that's about it, LOL. I mean, divorcing him, she could have taken half of his paycheck and get a free house. How long did you know this boot? Did you even know his rank? And if you do, I'm going to guess he was between
Private or lieutenant
Private.
corporal?
No,
Lance
it's a
corporal.
Lance
Lance corporal,
corporal.
excuse me,
And he
I'm
was a
retarded.
Lance corporal. And I knew him for about 2 months.
So, if I can touch on this, I moved to San Diego in the Navy when I was 19.
San
And
Diego.
I was broke as shit. I was living on the ship for about a month, which living on the ship is like living in a coffin, where I had my work uniform, my PT uniform, and a little bit of workout clothes, and one set of clothes to go out to the clubs at in Gaslamp. And when I heard about getting married for BAH, which is the basic housing allowance, and they told me that I could move my paycheck from like $15,000, $20,000 a year to $60,000 a year, I was actively hunting to try and get married. And I talked to a couple girls trying to get married because I was a salesman. I was like, hey, you're gonna get insurance. I know you don't have insurance. I'll pay you $500 a month, whatever. And we can get a house. We can be roommates, or I'll get the house and do my own thing. I need money, so that's where he's coming from. And what did he say? They get TRICARE, and that's about it.